Arlis, you get shaken awake. Gently.
I doubt Arlis has enough energy to do that. Probably just the slow.
This like clock comes up. 2 a.m.
Aquarius probably has an app at this point. It's just, here's how much sleep you actually got.
Yeah. And by the way, there's this whole sleep analysis portion. He was not happy with your choice of beds.
Oh, I probably muted I muted that particular notification a very long time ago.
It's Rex. He says, sir, the 501st is getting ready for departure. It's time to get to the ship. Do you want to check on Mehru before you go?
So I haven't fully decided where I'm going, but yes. Slowly gets up.
So, what do you do?
I go, I believe, upstairs to where there is check-in, and
You enter.
probably checking out the status reports from the fire first as to go and trying to.
501st is basically undeploying from Tamarin. The Cherubim are being. Airships are coming in and picking up the Cherubim, picking up troops at the same time. There has, in the intervening hours, at least one legion to the north has placed their Pallant Knight under arrest. The Pallant Knight departed from being under arrest, not surprisingly. But that legion has reported to Tiberius, and they are taking up positions now in the city to make sure that the capital and the citadel are safe. 501st is quietly withdrawing, and their 5 airships, as they get the Cherubim, men are moving onto it as well, and they're moving off to the Tamarin North Airfield.
Probably just all of the, probably like from Tiberius, I imagine from certain numbers in this century and the 501st, and probably all the, we need you to confirm XYZ that just are all left on red.
Yeah.
And just they're remarkably non-committal about basically anything to do with anything. Right?
They have a collection of orders they have received. At which point they have redirected them to Arlis to confirm or deny.
They're sitting. They have been read, and then I marked them as unread, so they'll be at the top of my Google.
Tiberius has asked you to go to Wand and talk to the people there, since you're their friend and know them. And that's actually all he's asked you to do. So,
just go and be their friends. An easy job.
He has asked them to talk them off the ledge, I think was his phrase. But what that means to you is still up to you.
Open to interpretation.
Yeah. Well, given that I think probably when that initially came up, I think it was the thing that was primarily on Arlis' mind was that's another thing to do. I've done enough things, I've obeyed enough orders, I've killed enough people, I ain't making that decision right now. And I think now, like, as he's able to check things and actually has a little bit of time, I think he's in that, on the one hand, he's in the, he doesn't like the oath thing.
And most notably, he hasn't taken it.
Yeah, he hasn't taken it. He was a staunch advocate of ignoring the first oath that he took, and recommended everybody else do that whenever he could. But he doesn't like that. But on the other hand, he's also kind of in a play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like there's a certain point where he was just trying to talk people off the ledge, like, please do not cross this line. You know what I have to do when you cross that line. And then they cross the line, and he's just sort of so talk people off the ledge is a loaded word right now. And on top of that, he's just sort of in the like he's getting perilously close to where he kind of is with the Realm Dragon Kingdom's war of if the adults in the room start killing each other as soon as the 17-year-old leaves, because the 17-year-old is there to keep them in check. Then really, this fight is probably about more. This fight probably needs to happen, and judgment needs to fall on both sides. But that's kind of where he's getting. But so basically, he's fairly. He doesn't really know. He's been coasting on. All of the decisions he's had to make have flowed naturally from the last one. Like, because I made this decision, I have to make this one. So basically, he's been on barely any sleep and hasn't actively had to make any decisions. He's made one decision, basically, in the past 36 hours. And so right now, he's just in the I don't know what to do about that. So I'm just going to put that off as long as possible. So he's kind of hoping inspiration will strike, or there will just be an opportunity to just pick up and go elsewhere.
And go elsewhere.
Which kind of was his whole plan post-negotiations anyway. Where'd Arlis go?
So where does Arlis go?
He's going upstairs to check on Mehru.
You walk into the apartment. You immediately see, basically, remember the apartment is you've got the main door, you've got a second door that leads into the boudoir, the bedroom. Main door goes into basically a little living room / wet bar equivalent. And when you open the door, sitting in the chair, lacing up her boots or whatever, is Mehru.
Arlis!
I think there's probably a solid 90 seconds of Arlis just basically the DVD ran into a hitch and is unable to play any further. We cannot download any more of the stream. Like, whatever movement he was in the middle of, like whatever eye blink, he just stopped.
She runs over to him, laces trailing on one boot, and just throws him in a bear hug.
And I think he tenses very slightly when she hugs him. But he...
You're here! I'm better! I can't believe I survived this. I think I may have over-exaggerated how sick I was. I feel really embarrassed.
We'll talk about that, but...
She doesn't know.
Oh no, she doesn't. We're playing her nose.
You're okay.
I feel amazing. I was actually about to go for a walk. Boot.
I think he basically takes one step back, kind of like does he grab her by the upper arms, like, it's really you.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
A little bit. But you're okay.
Do I look bad?
You can't look back. It's not possible. Not physically. Just.
I think they must have given me, like, some soup and stuff, because I feel really good.
I'm sure somebody did.
Are they sure it was the plague? Because I think I feel much better.
They're very sure it was the hang on. You've probably seen the look Arlis gets when he walks into a situation 100% sure what he's going to find, and it's none of the calculations panned out, and it basically needs a few minutes for his brain to catch up. And sorry, your Windows has encountered a fatal error and it's closed. He sits down for a second and what do you remember?
Not much. I remember feeling like really little sick after the knighting ceremony and really, really hot. I feel like not very much time passed though, so I must have gotten better really quick. And then I woke up in my room and they said I was better. And I felt better, so I
pull
put my
up
shoes on.
Artorias' display and flip it around and just show her a date.
You're missing, was that Friday? So it was Monday.
2 days? 2.5 days?
Yeah, 2.5, yeah.
That's not terrible.
It's not that bad. It's just a long day.
I was in a coma for longer.
Yeah.
They said 2.5 days.
Well, 1.5 days.
Yeah.
You were supposed to die faster than that.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
It's been so many episodes, but it has not been so many days.
So you showed me how long it's been?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it like a bad flu?
You did have plague, and basically just the little medical status check that I've been doing. I just do it again.
She is healthy. You get all of the feedback, whatever feedback you get from, is it Lydia?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the classes give you, but she is, you're looking at
There's a lot of Artorians talking to both. I'm just trying to authenticate everything that's coming through.
Artorias would estimate she's probably going to be very hungry or is on the verge of hunger. Suggests getting pizza.
You are almost dead.
Oh. Well, that explains why you're here. And not the front lines. Oh no, you came from the front lines.
It's fine.
It was in fact not fine.
I told you not to.
I'm sorry. This is so awkward because I'm better now. Can we go back? Will it be okay?
I think that ship has sailed.
Will it be okay, one? Or the dragon has flown.
Horse has bolted. Barn door.
He is not in existence.
The bar has broken down.
Literally have like 20 missed calls from Alicia every half an hour.
You do have, you've got who all, besides Leakia who was spamming you, who all was spamming?
Well, I was telling other people what I was getting, so I don't know that anybody else was calling.
Yeah.
That was basically, I would call and then tell people, I called, she's still alive.
Oh yeah, I do have a lot of missed calls from Alicia.
He does not.
While you're pausing, she's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie this.
Go,
Do you want to bothering me? This is bothering me. I'm one-sided and also it's stuck in here. Do you want to walk?
Sure.
Okay. They said I should get some fresh air. So.
Yeah.
There was actually no one with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there's no.
There was no one with you.
The reverse is, you actually woke up and there was nobody here. There was no Terrelin, there was no.
Oh.
Yeah,
No doctors.
No
Savannah
doctors.
didn't know that, and so I feel I should get some fresh air because it's stuffy in here.
It's also
Well,
2 a.m., right?
That's
No.
Yeah, actually, it is 2 a.m. Your clock is totally messed up. You feel 100% rested.
Oh.
Arlis does not look 100% rested.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna tie the boot because the one untied thing is really bothering me. So.
Fine. Gosh, there's a fair amount has happened.
In 2 days?
Yeah.
Your sister wants to kill us all.
Yeah, the from what I understand, the war has definitely escalated. Do I know about the Sheeran situation at all? Would I even have access to that information, or would that just be all locked behind? I don't even.
You
know
have
anybody
access to all of that information,
It's
but
just-
I think you have chosen.
Yeah.
It's like
I just probably saw enough chaos and just went, that.
Later.
They're fighting. That's about what I thought. There may or may not be a civil war.
A what?
Civil war breaking out on top of that. Because when you were about to die, I may or may not have broken into the Fortress Valentine, stolen them all, broken the seals, and used it to heal you.
What?
And then Christianus found out, and so he wanted to kill me, and I suspect you, and so I killed him. And then the Pallet Knights found out, so then they definitely wanted to kill me and also you, and so I killed them. The ones that came, and they also tried to take over the government, so the 501st killed the men that came with them. So
But I saved your life, yay.
there were consequences. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately.
I don't know where to start.
This is part of my problem too. I don't. I'm just gonna stop talking now.
Okay, so sick, very sick. Super
Very,
sick.
yeah.
It's gonna die sick.
To the point of trying to heal you would have killed you. Probably moving you would have killed you. Breathing on you too harshly would have killed you. Yeah.
Fairly.
Sick. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's go over the Fortress Palatine really quickly.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what was happening up here? What was going on?
Well,
there.
we were beyond any hospital healing. As I understand it, there had been attempts to use the High King apparently came, and there were attempts to use Queevendir and Lorcus, I'm saying right, yes, to save you. They apparently either just produced very little effect or did not end well.
Oh, Lucas said no thank you? She said,
To Cornelia.
I thought we were buddies. I don't know.
I don't know how much of it was you, how much of it was ability, and how much of it was the people in the room. I don't know.
Well, who's there?
I give a sum up.
It is too much. I must
Let's
go
read
on.
Yeah, because I give the rough sum up of what basically of what Arlis knew of what happened before he got there / what happened when he was not.
Information available to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you proceed up to the point that includes the most recent command from Tiberius to go to war?
Yeah. She gets the full info dump. He doesn't keep stuff from Mehru, so to start.
Okay, so you tell her about the bindings on them all.
About bindings, you get as much detail as you want on the removing the bindings situation. He is totally fine. Yeah, if she's just like, okay, it required like doing tests that I think were from Lord Chris, not the Shadow or anything like that. He's fine with leaving it there, but if she clearly wants more info, he will absolutely go into the and it tortured my brain, and is very happy to go into that. But yeah, it gives full info. And down
Do you tell her that Cornelia broke the seal? The second seal?
She would be asking about the seals as soon as you told her about the seals. So
I think he says I had help with the second one. If she asks,
she would definitely
what kind
ask
of
what
help?
that meant. Yeah.
he will say, so okay. The help I got with the second seal is from someone who I don't think would appreciate it being shared. I don't want to keep any secrets from you. So, if you want to press it, I will tell you. But please understand that this is in. I think there's been about 4 secrets that are these die with us secrets. This is in that camp. These die with us.
Tell me.
I tell you.
Cornelia broke the second seal.
Okay. Did you talk? Okay, so we did the whole sum up to
Yep.
the
Yep.
High King saying "Go yonder."
Yep. Yeah, and I mostly let those sit in my inbox for a bit because, to be honest, there was never a situation where, when I found out you were sick, the war lost meaning to me, because the more I fought, the more I realized that a lot of times when you're reading history books, they'll talk about, here are the good guys, here are the bad guys, or the more nuanced ones will talk about, here are the good people that were on both sides, and here's the misunderstandings and conflicts of interest that led to this. And I'm sure that there are good people in the realm, and there are good people in the Dragon Kingdom. It's just none of them are running the show. All the decisions are being made by people who just really want to sell it out. And the more I saw of that, and the more I saw the ones everybody was willing to go to, and I may have at one point thought that peace was tenable. I think by the time I got to the peace talks, what I believed was that a temporary armistice was the best I could hope for. And I, to be honest, figured there was even money that as soon as it was done, I would pick up, fly here, pick you up, pick Alicia up, fly off to Tenya, and everything would light on fire behind us. I figured that was probably even money. But
You did the best that you could.
yeah.
You did up to that.
And the only reason I did it was to protect a few people I cared about. And if I couldn't do that, then I've been killing people for 2 years with nothing to show for it. And then actively compromising on everything I believe for nothing. Even if all I could do was be here with you.
You can't blame yourself for what happened at the peace talks. It's not your fault.
It was probably going to happen anyway, but the severity is probably some.
Rex sticks his head in the room, says, "Sir, we're on a little bit of a clock. So we need instructions one way or the other."
Well, I'm going wherever you're going, so.
I don't know where I'm going.
Then I don't know where I'm going.
Basically, I've been coasting. I've been just trying to do the next thing, and
What's the next thing you were told to do that seems like the right thing to do?
that's the problem. On the one hand, Tiberius wants me to talk everybody alarms down.
What do you mean talking down?
I'm not 100% sure. They are not, they are understandably not pleased at everything that's been going on. And I imagine will be less pleased. He says deliberately not opening his newsfeed. Be less pleased when they find out about Tiberius's requirement for everybody to sort of
I'm not doing that, by the way.
Sounds like a bad thing to do.
Yeah. The best possible interpretation, most generous interpretation, which I know is not the one I usually use. Most generous interpretation would be that he wants me to go there because I know Sarlon. And I know everybody there. To at least see if there's a way we can get the two sides to talk. Less generous is he wants me to try to convince them to swear the oath that I'm also not going to swear. I know for damn sure I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight against one. I'm not gonna go to one and fight another war. I'm not doing that.
It sounds like it would. I mean, screw Tiberius. We could just go talk to the people at Wand to see, like, well, to see our friends first of all, and also to see like what we should do. And then you're technically obeying the king's orders by going to talk to the people at Wand.
Technically obeying orders.
Technically is great. I love technically doing our jobs, and then whatever happens, happens. Maybe we swear the oath, maybe we don't. But technically, we went to do our job, and I say we because I'm going with you.
I think Arlis, like, he leans forward and looks. He's thinking really hard, and the degree to which he's thinking really hard, just because his brain isn't working right now, it's hard to tell how much of it is he is actually dealing with really complicated
Normally
stuff,
this clutch
or
does
just
something.
he's dealing with, you know, what's 5 minus 3, and he's just really tired. But he looks up after a little while, and do you think that's the right thing to do? Because I've been flailing, and it's been harder to see, and I'm not sure I trust my judgment. Is that what you think is the right thing to do?
I think that sounds like a lot has happened, that we need more time to talk about it. We need more time to talk about it. And with the Civil War happening, I want to go see our friends in Bond. I think we should talk to them and see just where their heads at.
Okay.
If we want to fly under Tiberius' flag to get there, so be it. But
Okay. Then he stands up and I think crosses partially towards the door and then turns around and this is real, right?
she closes the distance and kisses him.
I love you.
Since his flitter, I assume you've told me, is not a flitter anymore. Can we take my flitter?
It's a flutter.
It probably would be easiest at this point to take the ship transport, right? Would that be the easiest
Well,
thing?
her flitter's right there if you want to.
Sure. We can do that?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Hey, now here's the question: who drives?
Yeah. One look at him and I'm like, I'm driving. I know that I had plague 2 hours ago, but I'm driving.
You are more mentally together already.
No, I got this.
Yeah. Plus it's my flitter.
Which way is
In
I
response to my
believe
answer.
by any medical definition I am drunk. I'm not to be trusted behind heavy machinery.
But you do actually get a call from Alicia.
I answer the phone.
You're awake.
Hi.
Hi. How are you feeling?
Really good considering I've been told that I had the plague, but I feel great.
Yeah. The path there was not great. Where are you?
I'm actually flying in my glitter right now. What?
Who let you
Actually,
behind
on
the
my way to
wheel?
see you right now.
Completely responsible individual here.
What? Did you see Laura? She was supposed to be with you.
No, I mean, it's late. I thought she'd be at her house.
No, she was staying in the room with you while everything was happening.
I woke up alone. I didn't know I was supposed to look for anybody.
I'll keep trying to call her.
Okay. We're on our way. We'll be there in how many hours?
You're going to link up with the 501st. You should be there around 11 o'clock in the morning.
I say that. It'll be really good to see you. I'm sorry. Did I ask for trouble?
It's your fault. You were not the one that acted in that situation. But let's talk about it in person.